So today I found this in a Dollarama bag. It's still wet. The display is probably broken. I honestly can't tell. This stick of RAM, there you guys go. You can see it's cracked, one of the chips. So that probably won't work. This one may work, and the start of the show. But the reason the laptop is in this condition is, I believe, right here. That looks like the battery had a thermal event, and the laptop was probably just thrown out of a window or something, I would assume. But it looks like it could be, I believe that's 11th and 12th gen. So if the board is savable, that would be really nice. However, I don't know that it will be. You can see quite a bit of damage to it here and all over here. I'm gonna try to wash this with rubbing alcohol, the board, let it dry. But before then, I'm gonna take the battery and throw it in something metal in here. But I'm gonna test the drive and their remaining module, see if they work. So now that I've gotten a chance to come inside and take apart the computer, I have pretty low hope for this ever working again. Anyways, you can see, I'm gonna try to rubbing alcohol brush this down, but dude, look at this. So to no surprise, it does not work. No power. So at least the Wi-Fi card works, as well as the Kioxia 512 gig SSD. So 96% is good. So somehow, as you can see by the 8 gigabytes, both sticks of memory work, including the one that is scratched, and one of the NAND chips is cracked. I figured after this one worked, I might as well just try it. Let's just do a quick memory test and make sure it's actually good. It hits frozen. So the one sodium passed, which is decent, so like probably $40 value. I'm not gonna sell it, but that's what it would be. And then the 512 gig NVMe is like 120, 140. So today I have another pretty decently sized haul. So what I got from the first location: MacBook Air, iPad 4th gen, the Retina one. I only know that because it literally says on the back. An Optiplex with a, appears to be, I think that's 2nd gen, maybe 3rd gen. i7 it says, and some laptops, and I'll show you guys this inside. So I just got inside now. Dude, what was in this box? I completely didn't realize like how much stuff was in this box. There's however many sticks of 4 gigabyte DDR3 SODIMMs. I have, what was the count on these? I think 6 128 gig 2.5 inch SATA SSDs, 11 M SATA SSDs, 128 gig with adapters. They're all from like 2014-15, same with these. So I'm gonna get something going later when I process these. I'm still working on my car actually right now, so I'm gonna do this stuff later. I got all these weird DisplayPort adapters to, I don't remember, dude, it's been a long time. Single link DVI, I think? Or DVI-I? No, DVI-I would have the pins if I remember. A Targus like dock there with the adapter and the USB key. Everything looks brand new. It's still coiled up. Dell dock, which I'm very familiar with. I have one here for my girlfriend. She uses it with her MacBook Pro. And yeah, it works really fantastic. Here we have the laptops, but I'll get into those in a moment. Here I have, I think these are all, if I checked, yeah, these are all Dell large barrel adapters. I have a spare battery for one of these laptops. The Retina, apparently iPad 4th gen, but it is a home button. I swear I thought those were Touch ID, but maybe I'm wrong. A MacBook Air. I don't know which generation. I'm not too familiar with these, honestly. We'll find out soon, though. So these laptops are kind of nice. Used for parts. Okay. This one doesn't have such a sticker. you. i7 Haswell, I would guess. My God. This one has the battery in it. Sweet. It is a E7440, like the turn signal bulb. The i7, probably 2nd gen, Optiplex. Missing RAM, missing the drive holder. It was there, I just didn't grab it. I honestly, I think I have one anyways. Yep, I have one for Optiplex. So we'll probably complete this and just sell it just on its own, just with a 128 gig SSD now that I have a plethora of them. I need to repaste this. It doesn't look too dusty in here, which is nice. Okay, this one is in a little bit better. This one's in better condition, honestly. These are nice computers though. Like, look at the finish on them. It's a nice laptop. It's like that fake stainless steel. It might even be stainless steel. I have no idea. But yeah, that's our haul from today. It's actually pretty good. I would say this is like an okay haul. Like if I found this alone, I would be so happy. But again, I don't try to get my hopes up because all this could be garbage. 2 of the drives actually had extremely little use. To absolutely no surprise, the iPad is iCloud locked. But I did erase all of the SSDs, and I can confirm that 16 out of 17 of them work. One of the mSATA drives doesn't work. So I found the health of a lot of these mSATA drives. Like, some of them are like really, really low like usage, like very low reads and writes. But some of them are like this, where it's like 82%. I would say most of them are about 80% health, which is not too bad. Right now I already got Windows installed on one of these. And I'm just getting all the drivers and Windows updates done. And then I'll just clone the drive to that one. And then we'll move on to the MacBook. So I've noticed this with computers before, but you can see that just installing drivers right now, it's running at like 70, 80. I don't even have the bottom case on the computer, and I already repasted it with PTM. So I don't believe that some computers were designed for it. So I may have to swap it for thermal paste. I've had it before where the thermal paste actually performs better in certain scenarios than the PTM, but I'll run a Geekbench first, like once it's done the drivers and everything. And then I'll switch the thermal paste and then we'll check it. So I did try to put the mSATA drive, instead of putting it in the adapter, I tried to just put it directly in here. It does not see it at all. So I've never seen a laptop that allows you to put any drives in the network port, but this is still not one of them. This one seems to be missing one of the CMOS battery. The laptop does not boot up with any errors regarding that, but it might just be because I've kept it powered the whole time, but we'll see. Also, the Wi-Fi card is kind of weird. Look at that. It has 3 antennas, and that one is specifically blue, so I would assume it's Bluetooth, I guess. I don't know. It's pretty unusual. Factory worker drawings? Factory worker is bored, maybe? Either that or whoever previously owned the computer. So now, because we have 3 batteries for only 2 laptops, I need to just check all 3, and the 2 best ones will go in the computers, and the 3rd one I'll just probably recycle it. There's all the batteries. I've tested them now, so we're gonna go with these 2. This laptop is in much better condition than the other one. The other one is BIOS locked as well, and I'm not sure how to reset that. We'll look at that on Google. So of course the cleaner of the 2 laptops has a like double clicking keyboard, and some of the keys don't work on the first press. I did check all the ribbon cables and stuff, and everything was good, and I also reseated them, and still the same problem existed. Here's where I tried resetting the BIOS using some YouTube video that everybody in the comments was like, oh, this worked for me, oh, this is sick, and there was like no dislikes, and it of course didn't work for me, and I followed it to a T, even off camera and stuff, and it never ended up working, so I'll just sell that one as is. All right, guys, so I literally kind of forgot about the MacBook Air, because I honestly do not like working on Apple laptops very much, or Apple computers, sorry. It's nice to see that the battery is not swollen at all. The This is also like the tiniest lethal heatsink. Sorry, let me pick this up properly without putting it in at an angle where I would damage the battery. There's a little bit of dust in there, so we'll get that blown out, but and the CPU repasted. It's probably, it said be an i5, and I don't know why I thought this was M-SATA. Even in the other video, I claimed like I thought the M-SATA is what they use in MacBook Air. It's not. It's proprietary, of course. But I do know that you can get a little adapter for NVMe, for NVMe, because this is PCI Express based. So yeah, I did leave this computer plugged in all night, and in the morning it was still charging. So I'm a little bit suspicious about the battery working, but its condition is excellent. Like, I don't know if you guys can see, but it's flat. It's super flat, so I'm like, it should work, but it's also like probably 12 years old, so it may not work. Also, in regards to those the latitudes, I just switched the keyboards between the two. Bad one that was for parts to start with, had a good keyboard, but it was super disgusting, so I brought it out here, blew it out with the compressed air machine. Not compressed air machine, that's the compressor over there. With the fucking blower, yeah, I cleaned it up, so it looks all right. It has a lot more use though than the nicer one, unfortunately. So the keyboard is clean, but it's more like, you know what I mean, the keys are more shiny and stuff like that. I did change both of those latitudes back from PTM 7950, but I honestly don't think it made a difference. I'll just show you guys here, like, these are the two results. This is PTM 7950, this is normal thermal paste. So I'm like, that's within margin of error. I do not think that it wasn't doing its job. I just think that this works, like, honestly, it's just as good. So I might have like fake PTM 7950. That's honestly my hunch. But for this one, even though it's just a bare die, I will just be putting MX4 on this. So far as well, all three of the hard drives, as you can see by the reads and writes, are very, like, it's been used, it's been running for a long time, but it's not been used very much. Like, this is over a year. That's like a few years, bro. That's like 4 years or 5 years. Jesus. But it's like very little written. So I'd say the drives are all good as well. It's decent. The hard disks, at least. So to start off with the Latitude, the shittier one, my clone didn't work because this laptop has secure boot disabled. It's legacy boot only, and the BIOS is locked. So yeah, that didn't work. So I had to make an MBR partition Windows 10 installer to do this computer. As for the MacBook Air, it doesn't even turn on. I forgot about this. Like, there's no power. I thought, stop it. Leave that alone, that's yucky. It's my fault for having this near him. He doesn't know anything yet. I tried disconnecting the battery, and this is the original wattage charger. Like, this charger is the recommended amount of wattage, as the back of it says. It's like 305 amps or something. Yet the machine does not power on. I thought it would be able to power on without the battery, but maybe there's something more serious at play. But I just don't see any corrosion, so it's pretty weird that it doesn't power on. I'm not sure whether to part it out or not. I actually really don't know what to do with this. I think I'll check the value on the machine and then make a decision from there. If the value is pretty low, I'll probably take out the SSD and stuff. Maybe I could sell that for more on its own. But I can't even sell it yet because I'd have to buy an adapter to even know if it works. So yeah, like, it's weird. There's no warmth, nothing. Yeah, doesn't seem to work. All right, guys, so I got the Optiplex cleaned out, and I got a hard drive and optical drive holder for it. I already had one, to be honest. It's not from the same like year of Optiplex, as you can kind of see by this, but I had to modify those areas, but it fits otherwise, like, literally perfectly. It even locks in, so it's nice and sturdy. I can even pick up the computer, wow. Installed 16 gigs of Kingston HyperX. It's just what I had, like 4x4. Blew out the heatsink, repasted this. I installed a 500 gig hard drive, and I snuck a 128 gig SSD in there. So, as somebody suggested in the previous video, the monitor that I had that kept turning off, they recommended me to buy a new board for it. So I actually did. I went on eBay and I found one. It was like $90 or something. So I best offered him, I literally lowballed the guy like $50 and he took it. So we're gonna swap this now and see if that fixes it. Currently on day 3 of like using the monitor, and it's been no issues so far. It is a pretty nice display. I wish it had a USB hub. It's like a big feature that I use pretty often, the USB hub on the monitors, on literally both my monitors, so it's a pretty big deal for it to have one, but if it doesn't, it's still a nice display, so I'll still use it. So here's what happened with the Optiplex. I put everything together like as is with the HyperX, and the machine didn't post. It just flashing the orange light at the front. So I thought it was the power supply at first, but then I was like, no, probably not. So I took out the RAM and no difference. Like it just beeped instead. And so I was like, okay, let's take out the CMOS battery and reset it and put the RAM back in and everything back together, and it just works now. So that was a fun experience. As you can see, this is very cramped because I've got a 128 gig SSD, 500 gigabyte hard drive, and an optical drive. Thank God the board actually has 3 SATA ports. I did not think that it would. Alright guys, today we found this iBook G4. I know I literally said in the same video that like I don't like fixing the Apple computers, but it pisses me off how much they truly hold their value. Just to show you guys what I mean, iBook G4. So we'll see right now, actually, if this works, because I do have a power supply for it. It's 45 watts. There's no way it's charged. I also don't like the way it's flickering. The battery, this baby is old enough to have a battery indicator. 2003 plus freaking, oh, no wonder why it's only 45 watts. Look, it's 24 volts. Look at all the I/O on this thing. Kensington, fucking 56K modem, RJ11, I guess, RJ45, Firewire. This side, we just have the slot loading drive and power. Fun fact, I actually used to have one of these. Bad drive? Wait, what? I never actually noticed that there's a little, presumably the microphone there. Little pinhole there. It's only one. But I used to have one of these way back in the day. Maybe I had a G3? No, I think I had it looks like I had both. No, I had a G3, it seems like. Cool. Back in 2011. I'm an old bastard, by the way. I may not look as old as I am, but I'm old. Oh, no way. Dude, I love old computers. There's no password on it, no nothing. It literally booted up. Wait, dude, if I remember. Do I have to unscrew that? Yeah, it looks like there's a screw in there. I certainly would hate to hurt this old girl. Oh, the tab just went back. Dude, yeah, look, the airport card. Don't ask how I know about this, how I remembered this is here. I just noticed that these, you could move these, and I was like, wait, that has to be for a reason. I thought the RAM would be immediately under here. I actually don't remember where the RAM is on this. Oh, look, it shows the specs. iBook 14-inch, 133 gigahertz, 256 gigs RAM, 60 gig hard drive. Combo Airport Extreme. Oh, damn, I'm good. Damn, I'm good for getting the APX, dude. I was like, what the fuck is APX? Dude, that reminds me of being a kid in school. Look at this. 133 gigahertz G4. It doesn't say what type of memory, but I would assume DDR based on the age. Memory. JDIMM built in. Oh, and there's an empty slot still, too. Cool. Serial ATA. It doesn't have serial ATA. No shot. It has, I think, PATA, if I remember, whatever it's called. Yeah, it does have the original 60 gig drive. No way the smart status is good on this. Smart status verified. It's not going bad. It's interesting because I actually couldn't replace the drive on this because I'd actually have to buy something. And because I would never pick up a computer that's this old or even close to this old. It would just, like any Windows computer of this age would just be complete trash. At least to my knowledge. If you guys are aware of a Windows computer that is as old as this computer and somehow still worth like, I don't know, $100 here and there. Whoops. Yeah. That's insane to me, dude. Like great shape. Like, does that mean the battery is good? Like, no shot, right? Working battery holds charge. How? I don't believe you. Has to have been replaced then. So if I remember, I think I replaced the battery on my old. Using PC100, but PC133. That's hilarious. Dude, so there's the SD RAM. No disk. Let's see if it even works. We just so happen to be in my garage, which is actually where I keep all my physical media, like the blanks, because this is my only computer with a drive for the Oh? What an interesting cacophony of sounds that was. We have no idea now still if whether it fucking works or not. I'll test all the features about it. It obviously doesn't have a camera, but this is cool. This thing is pretty gangster for the time, and the fact that it's in actually like such great condition. Like, other than the plastic's yellowing, we'll see what we can do about that. I don't know. I'll look it up on the internet and see what people know about that. But we'll try to fix that. And other than that, I'll just literally wipe it down because it's actually beautiful. Like, the rest of the computer is not yellowing. Like, yeah, it's a little bit dirty from use, but like, that's honestly nothing given how old the machine is. This is sick. I ended up taking the 512 gig NVMe, that I found in the beginning, and putting it in one of the Optiplexes from the last video. The one that I had the 512 gigabyte SATA NVMe in that adapter. It's stupid. I thought about it. I was like, wait, why don't I just put in the M.2 and clone the current drive to the M.2? So that's what I ended up doing with that. The Wi-Fi 6E card that I got from that laptop as well. It's in my bin, spares. And the Optiplex I'll just sell it locally, Facebook Marketplace. I just don't feel like selling it on eBay. It's too big of an item. Well, it's not too big of an item at all. It's just, I don't think it's worth it for how old it is. I don't know. I'll do some research first, but I'll sell it. It's ready to go. The good condition Latitude, I've had it listed since this morning on eBay, and it's packaged, ready to go. The bad condition Latitude, it seems to intermittently not post. Like, it doesn't post. The display doesn't turn on. No lights, like no unusual like lights flashing or anything like that. Every time to get it to actually post, I have to remove the battery, remove the AC, and then just plug it back in, and it's fine. But that one is still BIOS locked. The keyboard is kind of fucked on it because I took the good keyboard and swapped them. And I did get Windows installed, and it's just doing updates now. I'm just going to sell that one as is on eBay, just for part. The iCloud locked iPad goes into my pile of iCloud locked devices until I have enough of them that I just sell them as like a 10 or 15 device lot. And at least it's $100 because I otherwise, like before, I used to just take them back and recycle them. So then I realized, like, wait, there's actually like, there's still value in this. Like, the display is good or whatever, like somebody that repairs a bunch of shit like that, like mobile shit, they would find value in a lot like that. So that's what I usually do with those. Usually even some of them are not iCloud locked, like when I go to recheck them to actually list them, I always recheck the IMEI and stuff, because sometimes people remove them from the account. But yeah, like the iPad and shit like that, I just, it's not really I just kind of like let them build up and then sell a lot. So yeah, guys, I believe I covered everything. If I missed something, I am stupid. I smoke and then make the fucking video. Why don't you make the fucking video and then smoke? Because now I can't think of things. But yeah, if I missed anything, I'll probably include it later. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Till the next one.